What is going on, beautiful people? It's your boy here, Wesley from A Connection TV here on YouTube, the one place on the World Wide Web where we actually adopt similar connections despite our differences. And I'm here to talk to y'all about the challenge, season 38, episode 9, entitled Split Decision. What does TJ have up his sleeves? Is this your first time seeing me? I don't know why. But follow me on YouTube. Subscribe. And follow me on my social media, A Connection TV, on both Twitter and Instagram. Like this video. It helps to get this video seen. And yeah, I'm not a reporter. I'm a reviewer. I review the episode that we all watched. I don't get the ins and outs from the news circuits and the blogs and everything, and I don't comment on that. I comment on the episode. Horatio and Olivia won last go round because the rest of the teams cheated and they wanted Jay and Michelle to get outed. And so Jay and Michelle exited stage left due to the other players, sabotaging them or whatever. So Horatio and Olivia come back in the house. Nelson tries to give Olivia a little smooch or whatever. And Olivia can't resist the Nelly. And so she's like holding her lips as he's kissing her, but she's not pushing off of him. You know what I'm saying? Then she comes on the post-confessional. She's like, I understand the decision that he had to make. And you can tell that it was visibly hard for him to make the decision and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, girl, you just want to hop on it. What? That's what she wants to do. But anyways, she loved her some Nelly, and I love me some Nelly. I would have forgave him too. But anyways, we're all in a forgiving spirit, right? Anissa, Nelson, and Fessy are talking together. And Fessy's like, oh my God, I thank you, bro. Oh my God, I owe you. Blah, 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 blah. Trash, trash, trash. And Anissa's like, oh my God, anyone would want a friend like Nelson, because had it been me, I would have threw your ass in there, Fessy. And she's like, nah, I'm just playing. She would have. Anissa would have. But this makes Nelson an upstanding guy. Like, if you're Nelson's friend, then you're Nelson's friend. Like, that's what he's showcasing, and that's what he's doing, right? And so it's like, is Fessy going to do the same thing? I wonder. Probably not. I don't know, right? But Fessy is like happy, but at the same time feeling bad for himself, right? He is all woe is me in this moment. He's crying to Mariah. He's wiping his tears on her shirt or whatever. And I'm like, I can understand why he would feel some sort of way. I mean, he made it to the finals and sucked. And then he had to get kicked out because of KC. So, he's been losing. But he's all this mouth and he's been losing. And so, he comes again for his 4th try and he's not doing too hot. So he's boo-hoo-hooing and crying. I kind of feel for the kid, but at the same time, not really, because there are a lot of people that haven't won. Look at Nani. Look at Leroy. Look at Nelly. There's so many people that have tried this and have not won. But, because he feels like, he can compare himself to Johnny and Jordan, and that in most cases he's better than the both of them, but he's like, he doesn't understand why he's not winning. Listen, ask the Lord. Ask the Lord. Nani and Bananas are talking to each other, and they're ecstatic at the fact that they've flown under the radar thus far, and no one has really gone against them. Or at least, pretty much, they're still in the game, right? But yeah, no one has gone against them, so yeah, he's right about that. No one has gone against them. Nani is looking real normal these last couple of episodes, and I'm happy for her. She's looking real normal. We then meet up with Olivia and Horacio, who's practicing soccer. Olivia's praising her partner, saying her partner is amazing. And, Horacio is explaining that he's a poor sport, and that when he was younger, playing soccer or whatever, he would always leave the fields and go cry his eyeball sockets out because he didn't like the concept of losing or not doing well. And I'm like, aw, like, I get it. Casey and Kenny have a conversation on my screens, and I'm like wondering why. We haven't really seen them all season except for when they were kicked out because they had the vid, and now they were brought back, and like, why are they on my screens? I don't understand. But their conversation is like 2 seconds anyway, because we quickly then move on to Tori and Jordan, where Tori is fingering his butt. And in my mind, I'm like, what's happening here? Two people have fallen into familiarity, the familiar trap of comfort, and they're doing what they used to do. All the while, I'm like, no bueno. This is not good. This is not okay. Someone's going to fall deeper than the other. Sure enough, Tori comes on the screens and she's like, I don't know where we are, but I'm loving this moment with him. It's amazing. And I'm like, okay, here we go. Then Jordan comes on the screens. He's like, look, I'm just having fun. I'm chilling. Of course, I'm comfortable with Tori because I've been with her for millennia. But I don't want her. I'm used to that. So the positive side I'll take, but the negative side, all that, I just want the positive side. So I want to play with her and wrestle with her and cuddle with her in the bed naked. I'm like, what? That is so not the right thing to do, Jordan. That is so, what the heck is wrong with you, Jordan? That is so, bro, you should know by now because you're of age, Jordan. Like, what? Clearly, there's some unresolved tension and or feelings there. Clearly. But Jordan, I think, has this thing where he likes to play around. He likes to have his stuff rubbed on, and just sit there. Like he wants to receive all of the passion. And that's it. And then leave it when he's ready to leave it. And I'm kind of like I'm kind of like that. You know what I'm saying? I want what I want when I want it. But I'm not going to play around with people's feelings and or emotions. And if I know that I was once engaged to this person, am I going to be rolling around with them on the floor or laying and cuddling with them naked in the bed if I'm not wanting something to come out of that? So that's where I'm a bit like lost with Jordan. Tori then runs and confides into her friends, Anissa, and Nani comes out of nowhere. And I feel like they're coercing her into, absorbing all of her feelings and letting it be and letting it free flow. And in my mind, I'm like, they're not true. Like, if I know that my friend is on antidepressants over a dude, why would I like big her up for expressing positive emotion toward him? Why would I allow her to converse with me regarding potential of anything for this dude that has her on antidepressants? I was confused by this segment. I wasn't understanding. And then in the next one, we see Norris explaining where her whimsical attraction to Jordan comes from. She says, oh, Jordan is not my type, but I love his personality and we're just cool. And it's awkward, I know. Him and Tori had something. Olivia in one breath is like, well, she's not your friend and you don't owe her anything. But then in the post-confessional, she's like, well, child, you shouldn't mess with that because that can mess up your partnership with Nelly. And stay away from it because Tori looks like she'll beat you up. I was just like, okay, Olivia, I'm confused. I feel like this episode, like everyone was doing the complete opposite of what we know them to do and or be. We have a segment with Amber and Chauncey, and Chauncey talks about his history and, the death in his family and how he wants to live up to, his family's expectations. I think they were talking about the father, but he's like crying and stuff. And Amber's like, yes, getting off at the fact that he crying. Like, you saw her hand moving like this. And she was like, you know what I'm saying? And in my mind, I'm like, girl, why are you salivating at the mouth that this man is crying? She wasn't really doing all that, but I'm just saying that's what it felt like. She's like, oh my God, I'm so in love with this man because he cries in front of me and he doesn't suppress his cry. And he doesn't suppress his feelings. Is that a tear? Okay, we're getting it on camera. I was like, girl, what? She was doing the absolute most for me in this moment. But you know, Chauncey loves him some Amber, boy. Oh my God. Like, what? You couldn't tell me that boy don't love her. Jordan is in Nerese's bed, and Nerese is like, oh my God, I'm so happy you met me here. Let's have fun. And I'm like, oh child, this is a bit much. I don't understand this. It's a bit much, and it's messy. Like, you could be the new girl all you want. You can be the new girl all you want. But no, because she did this to Johnny in the beginning. To what was the girl's name? Child, y'all know I'm bad with memory, child. I forget the power couple in the beginning. She knew that they had a thing before, like they were exes, but she was still trying to get with Johnny Boy or whatever. Clearly, the ex-wife, potential wife, is here, and come on. You know this girl is on antidepressants. Don't everybody know this girl is on antidepressants? Like, what? Like, I don't understand. And why are you even, why? Is it that bored? Are you that bored in the house? You looking at, like, you really, let me not do that. But it's like, really? You got Nelly over Olivia, but I mean, damn. Like, I don't know. Nerese is messy, like Amber ass. Ooh, because Amber this episode. So we get to this mini final called All or Nothing, and we're told that the winner gets to hold all absolute power in the game. We get through the whole competition of seeing Johnny and Bananas try to roll the barrels under their thing, to Johnny and Bananas. Johnny and Nani being stuck at level stage 2, checkpoint 2, not being able to figure out the freaking puzzle. To Horatio and Olivia mad at each other. Horatio wanting to cuss out Olivia so bad. From Nelly and Nerese being the #1 draft pick until they mess up on the puzzle, to Fessy and Mariah winning the whole dang thing. They obliterated the competition. And I was like, wow, this is like, okay, wow. You know, Fessy was crying the night before. He like, I ain't gonna cry no more. And so he won. It is what it is. Now Fessy has the absolute power, Fessy and Mariah, has the absolute power of draft picking and creating their own teams. They got to split up into 2 teams. And I'm like, okay, dang, it's about to get good. In my mind, I'm like, Nelson had a shot of winning this game with Nerese. He just had a shot of winning this with Nerese. Now he's about to get split up into these other people, and it's just going to be what it's going to be. That's really the only pair that I thought about. Nerese. I thought about Nerese and Nelson, and I thought about Amber and Chauncey, and Horatio and Olivia. But Olivia and Horatio ain't really feeling each other, because Horatio walked off and he was like, I ain't talking to you. And then she started confiding and crying into Amber's arms. So things become interesting. The rest of the episode becomes an episode that I don't really care about, right? It's like a lot of fluff, and like people are engaging with each other and saying, pick me, don't pick me, or whatever. But then we already see that Fessy's automatically already going against his ride or die. And I guess what else is he to do, right? He's put up against her. That's the name of the game. He's not going to quit the game, so he has to go against her, unfortunately. So it becomes that thing where he's going against her. And he's like plotting. And I guess Mariah was plotting too, but we didn't really see the plot. We saw her talking to Johnny, and it was what it was. And then Fessy's talking to KC, and it is what it is. They get into the deliberation, and it becomes kind of like a, who you gonna pick? I'm gonna pick this one. Who you gonna pick? I'm gonna pick this one. And Fessy's thinking, like, Mariah doesn't really know the game. You know, she's not really gonna do well, whatever the case may be. I'm gonna stack my team the way I need to stack my team, because I want to win and I want to be in the final, or whatever the case may be. All of what happens in between this doesn't really matter. Everybody, you know, Horatio makes up with Olivia. Amber doesn't want to leave Chauncey, and vice versa. It's just a lot going on. But we get to, before I get to the end, I got to talk about messy Amber. Because I don't really understand what happened in the full context of this episode, because we only saw the clip of Amber coming and running tell that. But if Amber, if what happened in that scene is any hint at what Amber is like on the show, I can understand why people don't like her. Because that was completely unnecessary for Amber to go to Tori and say, hey, I just want to let you know that they're over there cuddling. What was the point in that? I don't understand that. Like, what did I miss in the episode for me to feel like what she did was warranted and it was not, like, messy? Why would you do that? Like, what? Like, it's like why would you? I don't know. I don't even know what that's like. But why would you go and tell somebody that their ex is cuddling with somebody else, and when you know this chick is on antidepressants? I'm not understanding this. I'm looking at Amber like, man, what the hell? What is wrong with you? Maybe Tori wanted people to tell her. I don't know. I'm confused. And she's like, well, I just wanted to tell you because that's messed up. No, you think? We already have established that. Amber, what is that? I'm lost on that. I'm completely lost. And so I want to move past that, right? Because that ain't make no damn sense. And then I want to get to the picks because nothing else in the game, nothing else happened. But I want to get to the picks. And at the end of the day, what's his name? Fessy's team is stacked. What? And it seems like Fessy has all of the men and Mariah has all of the women. I don't know why it feels that way, but it feels that way. What is it? Fessy, Anissa, Bananas, Olivia, Nelson, Chauncey. Is that it? Child, their team is stacked. And the only weak link, well, they got two weak links. Chauncey is a weak link. Chauncey has not performed this whole season. And then after Chauncey would be, what's her name? Anissa. Yeah. But it's just crazy. Mariah got Nerese, Amber, Olivia, Jordan, and Devin. Like, I don't know. Her team looks horrible. And Fessy did an alley-oop on her and took Bananas. Did a whole alley-oop and took Bananas. I just thought it would have been extra spicy if Mariah would have said Nelson. That would have cut him. That would have cut him. But anyways, this episode was a bit lukewarm and didn't really have much going on. Let me know what you thought about the episode. Leave your comments below. And yeah, I'm going on a cruise in February. It would be amazing for you guys to come on the cruise and meet me and party with me. I'll put the cruise information in the link below. And what else? Oh, and if you can subscribe to watchactv.com, that'll be amazing as well. Thank y'all for watching. Deuces.